And yeah, the ability to swap monkey out of ring. Okay, it's core. Let's go! Let's go!
So is that gonna be 4 tree? Is that DJ gonna play that?
Could be a 5 tree. Is it bad with Tiny, do you think?
I just don't think Venge caught a lane. Is that a good lane? 'Cause I feel like Venge tree could like create some destruction down there.
I can see both. I mean, you Chakra Revenge give her lots of stuns, maybe
That's like
super cool.
super okay.
Super okay. Oh, yo!
It's like
New
that
meta.
doesn't seem like the most OP strategy of all time.
Yeah, just you wait until this feed happens in the bot lane.
I wonder where Tidehunter went, but then I thought to myself, like, Silver Edge is just so popular, right? That Tide should be good in lane versus Tiny, without a doubt. The Anchor Smash removes so much of his damage, so he can go there. Just like in the mid game, I think Tide can still get one shot by a Silver Edge, like, Tiny combo, which is a little scary unless he gets really, really farmed. But they did need some team fight, so I don't hate it. And it's looking like this monkey is probably a boss 5. Very interesting.
Yeah, I hope so. I like support monkey. It's more fun.
Support monkey would be 4 or 5 or either
Yeah.
way, right?
What do you feel these teams are missing and you would like to see them pick up? Not even specific hero-wise, but, you know, maybe are they missing objective taking or team fighting from either team?
I mean, Boom is just, they have everything but a carry pretty much. Like, they have their team fight with their Tide, they got like their pick-off squad with like Storm, Hoodwink. They just need something to like hit buildings, hit Roshan, maybe hit Ancients, just clear more stuff on the map. We did see the Terrorblade versus Tiny. Right now, it's actually a pretty good Terrorblade game. Like, the Venge and Tree and Tiny don't really enjoy playing versus TB. So if they want to go for a hard carry route, that's an option. Razor's an option too, versus the Tiny. We've seen that one as the carry. Not bad, but there is the swap, which might be a little annoying.
It's... I'm just thinking.
And Fnatic just needs a mid.
Usual carries like Razor and stuff made it through. I feel like every single time I've ever thought about Razor, he's just been banned in second phase. Goodbye, TB.
But he's not banned this game.
He is not banned this game. Hype!
I mean, yeah, it just looks like such a good TB game to me. So, like, that's a reasonable ban.
Do you think they could Luna on Boom? I've seen like one game of Luna recently, and I don't know how to feel about the hero.
There's, I'm pretty sure, only been like one game of Luna recently.
Yeah.
Definitely an
just the
SDA.
one.
It was not a good performance.
I don't know where I rate her as a carry, so.
I would much rather see Razor than a Luna. I mean, Luna's like a spread damage carry, and when you play versus Tiny, you need a lot of damage. So like they kind of want more of like a single target. That's why they banned the TB and the Life Stealer. They want to make their Tiny feel invincible because he's going to be doing a lot of work this game because he's going to get a lot of buffs. There's like 3 of his supports are going to be pressing buttons on him.
Alright, the Jabs Brew is out of commission, so we've won anyway. That Jabs Brew is so scary, so good.
So it's like hard to say what they're going to pick in this position here because like they just need a mid versus Storm. I guess they could talk. I mean, what are they thinking here? Why are they banning Brew? Why are they banning offlane or something? They need a mid. Is Tiny going mid? Yeah, Brewmaster's banned though. Like, for what? Do they think Tiny's going mid?
Maybe it's the Venge mid. We
I was
never
about
know
to
what
say
Fnatic's gonna
Venge.
do.
I would have said Venge over Tiny mid potentially.
I don't know. I don't think so, but
I mean, it has been done before.
I was gonna say it's been done before. I don't know if it's been done this patch, so I don't know if it would even work mid this patch.
I mean, everything.
oh my god, it is. What? Peering into the mind of Fnatic's drafting, impossible.
Okay, that LC pickup. Do you enjoy it, Fia?
No. I think they can pick Ursa or Troll here, and LC might be sad. There's also, I mean, I was gonna say there's Lone Druid, but you know, Raven's on the other team. I'm not sure if our boy Jackie plays
Razor,
it.
right?
Razor's also good.
Oh.
So Ursa, Troll, Lone Druid, Razor, all pretty good. Razor's maybe the scariest one to play. I mean, it's still fine, but
Why is that?
it's just die when you get dueled compared to the other heroes I mentioned.
Then which one would you like to see the most?
I like Troll and Ursa, to be honest. I think Ursa's really good this game. You can get rid of overgrowth, you can not die in a duel. I think if you go Troll and you manage to get like some Ags or something, it could be really annoying for them too, but
Troll looks easy to kite though, no?
he's always easy to kite. The hero's kind of
I
like
hate the
shit, to
hero.
be honest with you, but
I really hate
it
Troll
is
as
one
a
of those
hero.
heroes that you just look at when you see a Legion commander.
Yeah.
How is Troll this patch?
Not very good.
Yeah.
It's playable, definitely playable, and you
Okay,
need a
that's good.
specific situation like this one to pick it. So
I think I just prefer like Ursa, because at least then you're picking a carry with a blink, so if Tide jumps to get a Ravage, you're gonna actually be able to follow up on it. Troll's not really that hero, he likes to like walk in. I mean, I feel like every carry nowadays has been buying blinks and stuff.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't hate a Morphling either, actually.
I guess
Be so bad.
there's so many carries in the pool.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the Ursa. Are you happy, Fear? You predicted that one?
Am I happy I predicted it? Not
Yeah.
really,
Are you
but
happy with the pick?
Overjoyed?
I'm just glad they didn't counterpick themselves. So
Very true. The draft didn't fall apart there with the last picks, as we bring in Lyrical and GoDz and ask them, Lyrical, how are you feeling about these drafts? I was going to ask you first about our performance in the break, and I was like,
nice.
I don't want to bring it up again, and then I
We're
did.
gonna move on.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
good
That's a
call.
good answer.
It's cuddle mid, guys. You get cuddle
Yeah.
mid.
So none of us
is.
predicted it. You guys
Okay.
took tiny
Fools.
mid.
I was so
Fools. Of course it's
confused.
cuddle mid.
Yeah,
We
Yeah,
didn't know either. We had no
course.
idea.
No, Lyrical,
What do
that's
you
when
mean?
you're
I
like,
called it lyrical. I said they were cuddle mid.
See,
It's
God
fair.
knows. The God knows the plan. But run me through the cuddle mid, and if you guys like it for Fnatic.
I'm a little concerned, just like because I don't know, we haven't seen it that much in this region yet. I feel like it's tended, excuse me, to be like a lot of support instead. But I mean, Armel is really good at Dota, so sure, he'll be great.
I'm down for some. Armel's actually been playing it in some pubs. I was looking when I saw this draft. I was like, what the hell's going anywhere? So I was trying to figure out like, do they play carry Venge, cuddle mid? So Armel does play cuddle mid.
All right, I want a quick. Which team's winning game one?
Don't like that. I don't want to answer.
No, just the team.
I don't want to answer.
All right, so you're saying Fnatic?
Boom.
boom.
Alrighty, double boom on the couch for you. Lyrical GoDz, please take it away for game one.
Thank you. Boom, boom. Quick 2-time there. Parker, I don't know, man. I'm a little bit worried. I mean, the whole draft just seemed bizarre. Venge is just a
Yeah.
hero we don't see that often, but DJ is playing it this time. What do you think about that pick? Because like Coddle mid is something we've seen a little bit more in the other regions. How does the Venge fit in with all this?
I think Venge is just like this 4 that is pretty good at enabling some of the like certain offlaners, and I think Legion is one of them. These more like physical damage laning centric offlaners like your Legion, your Slardar. These heroes benefit a lot from the Venge in lane. Also, Venge, if you're a greedy 4 playing an Ags, Venge Ags is one of the best Ags in Dota. So I would expect DJ to farm that one up in pretty good time. Just having like the 3-4 lives in a team fight is a huge thing to bring to the table. So I quite like the 4 Venge. I think it's gonna do some work here.
Okay. Well, I'm curious to see if he gets that early shard too. That's the other one that's been like super hype, throwing out the double stuns. There is a little bit of a pause right now because Armel disconnected. He's like, wait a minute, you guys picked me this for real? I was trolling in those pubs earlier. But no, he is indeed playing it, just waiting for him to get back into the game. The Ursa last pick also enabling some Roche taking early on, and they've also got the Tidehunter on Boom. So it feels like those early objectives, I'm not sure exactly how Fnatic stop that from happening. That's a little bit tough to fight into Ravage.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing is fighting into Ravage is hard, but whenever Ravage is on cooldown, I feel like Boom's teamfight is a little lacking.
Okay.
They're going to have like some, good skirmishing heroes, some good damage output from your heroes like Storm, Hoodwink, Ursa. But if Ravage is down, I think Fnatic, they're the ones playing on much shorter cooldowns who will be always ready to fight. I mean, you're talking Coddle, I guess, even with mid Coddle, it's just like this constant uptime. So I think it's going to be this kind of nice back and forth where Boom with Ravage, a lot stronger. Fnatic, when it's on cooldown, are going to look to make a lot of plays.
Yeah, and I think that the other thing that you've kind of got going on here is this dynamic of like, all right, I mean, I know it's a meme, but constant scaling, infinite scaling with the Legion commander. But more importantly than that is like the Treant, right? That's going to enable you to get to that late game scenario where maybe by that point, Tiny is just going to be able to completely own everybody else. But there is still that Ursa that they're going to have to contend with because not just taking objectives, but also taking lives. He does it pretty quickly. Yeah, we'll see how it ends up working. We did get another disconnect as well now.
Yeah.
We're losing players left and right here.
Going the wrong direction. Yeah, one of the things I'm interested because like after last game when last series with Polaris playing Coddle, like just constantly defending towers, sitting back and blasting was like it felt like they instantly answered Coddle. Picking up Storm Monkey first phase, you've got 2 great heroes to jump Coddle. Yeah. And then not only do they like have this Coddle who has a rough game against these heroes, they run at mid. So I could see this game going, you know, either really well for Armel or really poorly. If this Storm gets off to a good start, Armel's going to become food for him. So I think Armel's lane needs to go well. With that said, he's got, you know, DJ's Venge who's going to have to be very active securing that mid lane because, yeah, Coddle is one of these heroes that you just don't want to see getting jumped.
Yeah, and the saves that they have, they're kind of like soft saves, right? You've got that Venge swap to get him away, but that just kind of sets you up to potentially die. Even though there's that damage reduction on swap now, it's still just not necessarily the greatest in the world. And of course, the other thing is like maximum vision feels like it's going to be into the favor of Boom. You've got Hoodwink, you've got Monkey King. These heroes just love to like jump around in the trees there and find a great opening for a fight. We saw that in a couple of the other series coming out. So that'll be something to watch for. And I think we do have all the reconnects here. So hopefully the game will get back underway. But those are kind of the dynamics that I feel like we're seeing. And of course, these two teams battling out for supremacy in Southeast Asia region. Fnatic currently undefeated. Boom, only defeated by internet. And we'll see if they can get another victory here.
Yeah, if you're Fnatic, you're like, SCA is our region, you know. For years, Fnatic were like the top dogs in the region alongside TNC. They haven't had the fall off of TNC, but Boom is like everybody's darling lately. Like, everybody loves Boom. Everyone's hyping up Yopaj. And I think if you're Fnatic, you're like, hey, guys, we're 5-0. If you take down Boom here, it's kind of like a nice little reminder, a big confident booster that, you know, SCA, it's not all about Boom Esports, even though they did win that big Dubai LAN.
Of course. The other thing that happened at that LAN that we can't discount enough is they were cursed by Kyle, which of course is going to instantly like cause the problems coming out of bounds. So, you know, danger.
Even when it came to the DPC leagues, I remember Kyle tweeting like, "Oh, you know, why even play it? Boom's going to win SCA region anyways." And and then the power incident struck. So, you know, we'll see how this one unravels. I'm very excited for these two drafts. It feels like the teams have gone for like a lot of meta drafts throughout the leagues, and then suddenly when Boom played T1, there were some like bizarre drafts, like the TA anti-mages and stuff. And already game 1 for Fnatic Boom, some kind of out-of-the-box drafts.
And I think that the things to watch for here is also going to be like the vision laid down and if there are any camps blocked, because so often that's been like the strength of this Coddle too, is you farm up both the wave, you farm up the small camp, same type of thing going on with the Storm Spirit, and you can see that Dire already placing this obs up on the high ground. They want to ensure that Yopaj has a good time and can start farming immediately and keeping up with Armel.
Yeah, we'll see if he's able to do so, because Armel's he's got that Radiant Observer in his jungle just to help him protect him when he's jungling, and also just allow him to stack a lot easier in those camps. So they're already setting up Armel to be super greedy. None of his camps have been blocked. He's got his small camp as well. I mean, this Coddle mid, it's not the most exciting thing early on. It just looks to farm, but then once you get some items out, you see some Dagons come into play, the hero gets a bit more fun.
Already going to start the blasts off there. Yeah, the Dagon action will be really nice. I want to see how Tim's does on this one too, playing on the Monkey King with FBZ, because you kind of pointed it out that it's a little bit of a weird dynamic. Normally we see the Monkey King paired together with some other range share. This time it's like 4 melee down bottom.
Yeah, I think the nice thing for the 4 Monkey is you are up against a melee support. Usually the support's the ones trying to zone you. So if it's a range support, your like Lions and Banes, Monkey doesn't feel great against them. That's where you need like the ranged hero to go with the Monkey. But because it's a Treant's not going to want to necessarily trade blows with a Monkey. Orb of Venom on Monkey King means he's going to more than happily just juke it out with Zhao down in this bottom lane.
Yeah, keep that pressure on. And I think that's a courier coming out. This one is scouted at the moment, so we'll see if he tries to make a jump on over there. Tim's hasn't skilled up anything yet, but could take the tree dance and then find a quick little catch onto that courier for a snipe if they want to.
Yeah, that's something I feel like these teams have gotten so good at, and they're just so pesky with. They're kind of microing it around now, sending it back. So perhaps the polls were kind of reminding them, like, wait a second, you gotta, be careful with your couriers.
Yeah. And he ends up scaling Boundless Strike anyway, so no such chance for a courier kill there. And the battle will continue there. Tim's just keeps the pressure back and forth. And doing what they can to control the wave.
Yeah, level 1 Boundless a bit out of the box, but looking just to be able to secure those range creeps. He chucks it out again, gets another range creep. Just Tide not the best hero to secure range creeps, so you got to do what you got to do.
Nice deny there by the Legion commander. As we look back on towards mid, and as you would expect, spamming out the waves, Yopaj does manage to get a range creep deny and keeping control over this wave as well. Kind of beating him out a little bit here, just making use of that strong base damage.
Yeah, I think the Storm does just fine in the lane. That, like you say, higher base damage. It's kind of hard to secure all the range creeps with Illuminate. Often you'll set up these denies because Illuminate will put the range creep in deny range. So Yopaj is able to zone out the Coddle. He's kind of put him on the back foot, but this is okay. Coddle's just going to look to get his levels and catch up in the jungle.
All right. And trying to angle this one too so he doesn't hit the range creep, but gets in there, gets the last hit. He'll find that too. Nice done.
Yeah, he can one-shot it for now at least, so until those 310 health range creeps come out, which I have no idea when they come out, but
do the math. We're all about that here, right?
Yeah. That requires me. I don't read patch notes. I don't know when these things happen. It happens at some point.
Right.
But by then he'll have level 3 Illuminate, so it'll be all good. It'll be all good.
Perfect. Raven taking some punches down bottom, actually in some trouble here. Throws out the avalanche, and Tims gets the full stacks up now. Has a Boundless Strike back up in a few. But you can see just the power of that early gush against the already 0 armor Tiny.
Yeah. I think that's why maybe he went Boundless level 1. Not obviously the range creep is nice, but FBZ didn't get Gush until level 2. But now that he's got it, they can put a lot of pressure onto Tiny and Treant. Double melee versus double melee, not something you often see in these side lanes.
No. And they're taking full advantage. Ooh, a nice toss back underneath the tower. Tim's in some trouble and might be going down. It's going to be Raven taking that kill.
Yeah, it's something one of the strengths of the Tiny safe lane. Like, even if you haven't got the best support, you just tell that support, camp yourself under the tower, and I'll look for that toss back opportunity.
Gets caught napping a little bit there, and meanwhile there's going to be a TP coming on in towards mid, so every loss is another gain in a different ways. He gets the bottle refill.
Yep, mid players love their side laners feeding some of the time within reason, but yeah, that's great for him. Tims is coming in the jungle, so he's putting down some early wards, but the Radiant, they have a ward there already, so they see this, plus they see him drop a sentry to block this, so that'll be very quickly and easily de-warded, so definitely not the ideal scenario for Tims with that warding mission.
Yeah, and that one was just placed too. Januel was just placing that other obs that scouted it out. Just a little bit quicker on his move on through, and I guess some of that might also be because he saw the refill on the bottle there. So not bad. And you can see, at least at the moment, Fnatic doing well across all of their lanes. Coddle's even with Storm, and the other heroes are just ever so slightly ahead. So not anything to completely write home about, but we're keeping an eye on.
Yeah. I like what Armel does. He even leaves one enemy neutral creep in Storm's small camp just to basically not let it respawn with a full camp. He's like, okay, I'll leave a little baby there for you. You can keep that one, but you're just not going to get much farm.
Pressure and annoying stuff coming out there. And Tims gets his ward taken away. Places another one. Or this is the one that was left over, actually. So they'll have no more vision over on this side. And already Yopaj going on to Armel mid. Get some extra action here. And will it quite be enough? They actually use the glyph as well, but that aggro still passes over to Yopaj. And he's forced away.
Yep. Had to use the spirit form with the blinding light just to kind of protect himself a bit there. But definitely this is kind of danger time. Storm's going all in on these early items, double null, not even getting any boots or anything. He wants to be able to basically play pressure Dota. He wants to find Armel in the jungle, not let Armel just safely free farm these stacks. So the key thing is getting that vision down. And if Monkey can't get in there and get some more wards down, that's going to be a bit tricky to enable Yopaj to have that nice aggressive early game.
Right, and it looks like he's going to try and stack up a little bit as well on Tims, building up that little pot of gold for his Storm Sphere. But as you said, Armel farms this out and just go ahead and punch it away. And Yopaj will get the first rune. It looks like it's going to be an illusion one picked up. So no kill rune as of yet.
Yeah, that's good news for Fnatic, who are looking to play a more passive early game with their laning stage. One of the things we haven't talked too much about, Ursa and the Legion commander. It looks like, for the most part, Jabs is doing just fine. If anything, it's Jackie who's not had the best time farming on this Ursa in the lane.
Yeah, it's sort of been the highlight for Fnatic. The panel talked about it, this early pressure that they like to put on with the DJ and Jabs together. And, you know, you see this other rotation coming over. I mean, it's buying so much space also for Armel to keep farming that jungle. But there is going to be a TP. Yopaj looking for it, and they find him. Onto Jabs immediately, and all that hard work going to get taken away.
Yep. DJ wasn't even there. He's off sacking, so... Nice rotation from Yopaj's Storm, but definitely one of those kills where Jabs will just be like, okay, you know, space created, they have to TP the Storm. That means my Coddle's not getting ganked. Benji's able to stack some more Ancients. You know, they're building up something more late game oriented, and we are looking at that more, you know, chess game kind of style of Dota, where neither team's going all in on this early mid game. They're not trying to just constantly fight or force any kind of early game objectives. They're just trying to hit these item timings and come online more in the mid game.
Yeah. Passive Dota. That's what we're seeing here, at least for now. And at least on the other side, it's triple Null Talisman already. Somehow these Null Talismans have not been nerfed yet. It's still so unbelievably broken, but that's fine.
Especially on Storm. I don't think we see the 5. I think the 5 is maybe a little too much. I know it happened, but I don't think there's a reason most people are only getting. I think 3 is usually what we see.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, the treads on Storm are just so nice because you get more. The overload proccing being faster with the treads just feels good.
Yeah. Scam comes on in, and DJ tries to get the other stack off. Another round of Ancients. So more gold into the coffers of this Tiny eventually. And Raven definitely hoping to find a little bit of alone time there for that.
Well, should be fine here. The Storm can zip in, though.
Now, Tim's, he is off to the side and starting to get brought down lower and lower with everybody rotating in. It is going to be another kill there. Armel finds himself one onto Tim's.
Armel looking very proficient on this Coddle, just good, efficient farming. Playing around, you know, using that ultimate to kind of protect himself when needed, as well as his teammates, and just landing these illuminates nicely. So definitely showing some familiarity with this mid Coddle.
And I mean, so there, it was interesting, right? Like we saw in the last game, this option of like, okay, Polaris, they're going for a super greedy style. Neon will try and outgreed them. And it feels like now Boom is saying, okay, you're going to play greedy. Ursa's also built into this Battle Fury. They're gearing up for late game as well. Neither team sort of, at least at this point, looking to try and get into any type of a fight. And just mass stacks, mass farming.
Yeah. I mean, even like your offlaners, your Legion's not going, no Blink Daggers coming out, being rushed. So everybody, it's farming Dota. It's let's just play safe. Protect our carries, protect our jungle. Raven's Tiny is going to be ready to farm this Ancient stack now with Mask of Madness, so they are, you know, Fnatic I think is in a slightly better position because they've got this big Ancient stack, so they're just getting a bit more jungle farm out. We'll see if Boom can start making some more moves, because I think they really want to do that with Yopaj. Like, they should be able to kill this tree in here. Yopaj will find him. He's alone. I don't think we'll see any TP rotations. It's kind of like, okay, just keep that tower alive a bit longer. You know, job done. He got some XP down there, but good job by Boom to make sure they, you know, you can't let this tree just sit there defending this tower unpunished.
Yeah, and this is going to open things up a little bit more for him. And on the other side, I don't know if Fnatic can really try and make a concerted effort to go top. I'm not sure if they really even want to at this point. So, well, maybe not, though. They smoke up, and they're starting to head up there. I guess DJ does have 6 by soaking that XP along the Ancients.
Yeah, they were prioritizing farming the Ancient stack, which I think is the right call, because it could always get contested, but they want to be able to kill this Ursa. This swap initiation could be the way to go about it, but it's such a difficult kill because if he gets the enrage off, they buy so much time for those TP rotations, and I feel like it's the kind of move that can get heavily punished and really backfire. So you see Fnatic, they're not looking to overcommit for this. They'll maybe poke at the tower, but given that Boom's already taken the bottom tier 1, that Boom had plenty of time to maybe consider setting up and trying to defend top if they feel like it's the right move to make.
Right. Well, here they go, though. The swap is ready. Goes for it immediately, but it's not going to work. And they have to just back away. The TP moves in, is coming. FBZ trying to chase. Does have Ravage available. DJ got to press the attack and now is running away. So they forced one rotation, but there is nothing gained there.
Yep. Very much just like, I think forcing TPs are kind of like your second ultimate in the early game. That's going. I think it was AUI who you did some DPC with him last year and always talk about how important TPs are early. You see an enemy tied TP top, suddenly this bottom and middle part of the map, Fnatic have a lot more kind of possibilities and plays they can make, or just greedy farming. They know that Tide is limited in what he can do because that TP is going to be on cooldown now.
And mid tower's still surviving. Armel.
Here comes Armel. He's got Dagon on Courier.
Right away.
Didn't come out.
Oh, the dodge! Tim's nicely played there. And do they have enough to kill him off? Not quite. So Tim's able to get away with one. And yeah, as you said, that Dagon just now delivered. That would have been enough.
Yeah, it was on the Courier. I guess they saw the opening to go for it and just didn't have time to wait for it. So very close in terms of bringing him down, but it's not quite.
And he talks about it, DJ, after Tranquil Boots, queuing up the Aghanim Scepter. He's got dreams of a big item. And in these types of games, you gotta question at that 17-minute mark, that Philly, who gets it? Is Samuel caught and going to be killed?
Yeah. That's where the vision comes in. I think once you get some wards up in the enemy jungle, you always want to kill heroes who come in. You don't want to let it get dewarded easily. Like, Triumph's going to want to deward that, but you can't let him just walk up and deward that alone. You have to keep on punishing. Boom have managed to accrue a 2k gold lead just with some, slight out farm here, as well as just, more than anything, the supports just getting these kills and making these extra little moves. So, see what Fnatic look to do next.
It seems like they're chilling pretty hard, at least for now. Skemba's coming on up here from Boom. He's going to get the D-ward, and yeah, that sort of signals this gank is not going to work. The rest of Fnatic going to back up a little bit here. And they're just protecting their triangle, pushing this out constantly with Coddle, Blinding Light, and we're probably going to see Januel go bottom again and then eventually die. And that might be the gameplay for a little while.
It feels like a game where he just puts down an observer ward. He doesn't even try and deward. I think he knows if he goes for the deward, he's just going to keep on feeding. So I like that he basically concedes the jungle. I think what Boom are doing to get this big gold lead now, it's kind of the pressure factor. A hero like Storm has so much kill threat anywhere on the map, combined with a Monkey King who can, just pop out of the trees with Primal Spring and a Boundless Strike setup. So as a result of this pressure, because of how much kill threat these heroes have, Fnatic are just farming less of the map. But they're trying to take back their jungle. They want to get this D-ward off, and to do so, they're trying to smoke on through and find Tims.
Oh, they spot him, but can't quite get it.
Out.
And he's gone. Dude, this is the strength of Monkey King in position 4. It's so good.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how amazing this hero is. This scouting for Armel's damage mid. Man.
Yeah, it's no joke.
This Coddle thinks.
Gotta be careful. Good cut there. And then the duel afterwards with the big jump through. The Blinding Light. Is it going to be enough? Yes. Oh, that is huge.
Great find and kill there. Jabs, he had the Blade Mail queued up for the longest time. He ends up just buying a Blink Dagger, but he just caught Storm on the rune. Rare mistake from Yopaj, and Jabs punishes with the help of the Coddle. That's a big kill to be getting right now.
And I was also with an Arcane, so they've got duel back up in 10 seconds. It looks like maybe they're trying to force a reaction towards mid, and then they can head top or something. I'm not sure. Or they're just trying to pressure
Blink Dagger,
this.
though. Here comes FBZ with a Blink. They could look to defend this. They probably don't want to buy back Storm as the thing, but they can still hold this without Storm. But he's back in 8, so I think Fnatic, we got Tide. We got a 4 Avenge who wants an Axe. Let's just go back to farming.
Why not?
We're happy. Tide doesn't want to. He will end up revealing this Blink mid. He was trying to hide in the trees for a little bit, but at some point it's like, okay, you got to come out. And, pro players at this level, they have a very good idea of how much Tide's been farming. They saw him with a Phase Boots hood for a long time. They know the Blink's more or less out, even if they don't see the Tide.
Oh, and you can see this circle that comes out afterwards. Like, they want to play in this area up top here, but it is a little bit scary, just like, with the danger of that Tide Blink that they know they have now. If you fully commit for the top tier 1, suddenly he jumps on top of you and you get blown up and it's all over. But that's how Boom are going to keep on building this net worth lead if Fnatic don't make this move eventually.
See when Fnatic looks. I feel really feels like Fnatic is just happy to play like full kind of sit back and farm mode. They have a lot of confidence in their lamp scaling. They are giving Jackie's Ursa a lot of room here. He's got Battle Fury, so he's going to easily keep up and farm. If anything, he's going to be out farming everyone. And when you've got an Ursa, that threat of Roshan means Boom can really put themselves in a good position by taking Rosh with ease. Doesn't even have to be the Ursa who takes it. Maybe you want to give it to Yopaj's Storm, but BKB Storm, like, this is very much go time for Boom. They're going to be looking to maintain control of this enemy jungle and keep finding pickoff, or looking for pickoffs. They're not finding them just yet. But the threat of the pickoff is sometimes just as good because that's given them this big gold lead.
Right. Well, and as we see that tower already going down and Fnatic trying to reassert some of this area, but as you said, they're not going to come back out into their own jungle. And bottom, it keeps on getting healed up, but now a second round of pressure and boom, they want to take this mid or at least force some rotations. Armel's going to spam out the wave.
See Yopaj's positioning. He's just staying back way in fog on the Storm. He knows he can't get caught by a Blink Jewel. If he gets jeweled, they can kill him. And he won't get a chance to use that BKB. So they're just letting FBZ frontline on the Tide, hoping that Fnatic reveal themselves so that Yopaj can get a jump on someone like the Coddle. Like, he just wants to jump up.
Jump in, though. They found him. Jabs able to catch on the Tims, and that's the duel victory. Just got
Using
caught by ward.
Yeah, they had the Observer ward. I think the Sentry just... He thinks he's safe there because he's got an Observer Sentry combo. Right after he dies, he just pings exactly on top of the Radiant ward. He's like, yeah, piss on me.
And off to the side, they find Armel. This is huge. Big catch.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of wards, they saw him go in there.
Yeah, and Fnatic should know about that one. I think Armel just getting maybe a little greedy, thinking, oh, you know, I can play in the trees and just throw out some Illuminates. But, you know, Tide Blink and Storm Zip, they're going to be able to pick him off there. So good punish from Boom.
Well, still this 4K gold lead, but 4-4 and another round of heals. Shadowblade on the Tiny. Does he decide to come on in and fight? He doesn't have a tree right now. And
Coddle to defend this.
Hanging around the area, picks up the tree. They immediately look to him. The swap is ready if they want to go, but the big jump in afterwards. DJ's in the midst of all of them, and now the Monkey King ultimate down, connecting onto two with the Boundless Strike. It's just the sports and the overgrowth for the walkaway, but they will kill DJ.
Yep.
Januel not able to get away either. So everything used, but now the duel on a Jackie and the pushback. Oh, to interrupt, he couldn't get there in time. Avatos tries to go for the kill, and they get him. FBZ Tim's running away Armel. He does so much damage. They gotta run away. Oh, he guesses the correct direction. And FBZ now in trouble. Good Boundless Strike connection onto two. Blinding Light. It's not enough. So they trade off in the end. The Ursa for the two supports, and still, mid is gonna survive.
That just feels like it's one of those team fights where, like, almost like both teams play that team fight so well. Like, Boom, they know they've got the upper hand. This Coddle's dead. Defending this tower is so damn hard. And all Fnatic can do is kind of put Raven there to try and defend it. And then he exposed himself, but they have all the saves. The Venge, the Tree, and so Boom are forced to kind of switch targets, kill the supports. And then at that point, Boom are, like, slightly overcommitted. Fnatic trying to punish, but they only get the Ursa kill on the way out. They were hoping to get, like, 2 or 3 with the Coddle respawn, because what Fnatic did really well is they baited Boom to kind of pass the T1 tower so that they weren't getting the tower. They gave time for Coddle to respawn, but they just couldn't quite get those additional kills. So really well executed fight by both teams.
Yeah, and it's not usually the case that you want to be dueling the Ursa like that, but they just knew they had so much of that follow-up damage because Coddle is just so strong. E-Blade completed now, still has that Dagon level 1. I mean, this is a really cool combo together with Legion. But she needs to be careful because that is Zip from downtown. It looks like Jab has finally overstayed his welcome.
Classic Monkey King things, just scouting everything, just sitting on the trees, the perfect Boundless Strike. FBZ being a Tide, he's just never a target you want to go on. He's able to just solo farm and push out waves, unafraid, so really good understanding of just how strong he is and the fact that Fnatic just don't have the damage to deal with him.
Oh, Armel's right on a ward again. Oh, they know where you want to sit on the Coddle. And Monkey King jump in, FBZ afterwards. Armel has to E-Blade himself. Does he have a way out of here? The blast comes through and tries to live. Can he get away? It doesn't look like it. So Yopaj comes in and another kill onto Armel.
Nice little find. It's this Monkey King. Tim's has been the big playmaker and the difference in this game, it feels like.
Ooh, and then the smoke.
Yeah, it's similar to the move they made last time with mid-tower and tower, but this time they're doing it with Puddles respawn on a much, like 30 seconds. Last time it was like 10 to 15 seconds. This time around, DJ on the front lines, he pops it.
They have the press the attack, but the call is just run away. They can't go for that right now.
I think it almost felt like intentional from Fnatic, where it's like somebody's like, we gotta either stop them roaching or scatter the smoke. Problem is, you can't really stop them roaching without this Puddle. I just don't see any way for them to contest a Ravage Tidehunter or Roshan. So this will be a free Roche for Boom and Storm. Well, Dream Aegis candidate. This puts Boom in a really good position.
They are going to be the ones in control now. It's still staying somewhat close in terms of this net worth differential. But again, we'll have to see. Are there any sentries down right here in the area? It doesn't look like it, but Raven, he's hunting. He's going to find Jackie here. Can he actually blow him up, though? Oh, thinking about it. Punch, Abba, toss, big come through. Armel, it's enough to kill him.
They bring him down. The Fnatic were kind of... You had the smoke coming from the jabs on the Legion commander to meet up with him, but they don't even need the additional support. They're doing this into an Aegis on Boom's side, so finding a key pickoff like that is going to slow down any kind of aggression or plays that Boom want to make while they've got an Aegis, so I think Fnatic will be very happy with that, giving them time to finish some of these BKBs and really set them up to have a better team fight. They're going to need this double, maybe triple BKB. Oh, yeah, they're going triple on the Cuddle, so before they want to fight.
Yeah, I mean, it's still, I mean, like we've been saying, they've kept the net worth lead consistent, and it's not led into that, like, next big item yet. Yopaj getting Aghanims is pretty huge. They just got Aghanims on the Tide as well. Diffusal Blade for Tim's could be another nice pickup point for them. But I don't know. We'll have to see. In the meantime, Jabs is looking for a duel down bottom, but Yopaj, he's already zipped out.
Yep. They're looking to regain control of this top jungle.
Raven shows.
Yeah, they saw 1 or 2 bottoms on Fnatic, so they know that Fnatic is split up.
They do have BKB ready on Raven. Avalanche, there's the Bushwhack. Do they just try and burst him here? Jackie's in the area as well, thinking about going BKB TP out, and Raven should be able to escape from that one.
Yeah, DJ may pay the price here if they want to chase him down, and looks like they sure as hell do.
Yeah, that will be an easy pickup there. So multiple heroes rotate down to that side, and well, tier 1 mid dies. With pressuring now into their tier 2 tower. We'll see if Boom want to react to that.
I think definitely this top tier 1 is something Fnatic has zero interest in defending, but they do see this Storm. Can they catch him here? It is daytime, so it's hard to get the jump, but Raven is invis in the Shadow Blade. Walks past the sentry, though.
Oh, and it's right there. Yeah, they realize now. Yopaj gonna zip away. Good reaction, and yeah, they immediately ping out the sentries there. Very well played by Boom to get those down early. Wait a minute.
Arcane Root, Jabs gets... This is almost deja vu. Last time this happened, it was Yopaj going down, but this time he's got an Aegis.
And
Boom just playing the map really well. They're getting all the farm. They're pressuring. They got the top creep wave at the tier 2. They got the mid creep wave pressuring the tier 1. They're ready for a jump. They have 2 minutes left on this Aegis, so they want to make that move. They got to do it fast. Problem is, you can't just poke at towers. The Treant has healed this tower back to full health. It feels like Boom haven't even come close to taking this mid tier 1 tower.
yeah, and as long as they're staying consistent with farm, like they're gonna be okay. It feels like. I think that also. Oh, both teams did get a Philosopher's Stone. So Hoodwink has it and the Venge has it as well.
Definitely makes sense to see it on the Venge here. That Axe is be such a game changer.
Maybe a chance here for a swap into duel if they step too far forward. I mean, it's just, that is the strength. But this big smoke up, this could be cool here.
Yep. They got BKB on Ursa.
Jabs knows, but he's going to get caught nonetheless. Jabs going to go down, and Yopaj can't find any more afterwards, but they won't have the Legion commander to try and defend mid.
I love that Yopaj just ignores the jab skill. Like, he's not needed for it. He just zips behind, expecting there to maybe be a Venge, looking for a swap. Somebody, he's looking for that +1 kill. And then right after that, they scan, like, above the tier 1 mid tower, hoping to find somebody there. So just Boom, always looking for that next move, that next play. They're trying to play, like, you know, a couple steps ahead of Fnatic. Same time, Fnatic, you know, they recognize they're on the back foot. They're just trying to farm these side lanes, avoid getting picked off. You know, it's hard. You're playing against Storm. They've managed to do a really good job keeping close-ish on gold while farming out all these side lanes against Storm and Monkey. These are two of the best heroes in Dota at punishing split push, and I feel like Fnatic aren't getting picked off now.
Yeah, it's still been very, very low kill game, and it's the type of game that, like you said, you can suddenly find yourself down a huge amount of kills and just the map space as well. They've still found areas for themselves, and it's largely been off the back of this Tim's Monkey King, who's been consistently scouting these things out and looking for kills. But nighttime now, will they decide to go for anything extra here? I mean, again, it feels like it has to be off the back of that Legion commander.
Yeah. There's no more Aegis, so suddenly Storm becomes a viable target. Before, it's like, you make a play, who do you go on? Tidehunter is just like worst idea probably. Ursa, if he gets Enrage off, you're kind of screwed. Then he BKBs. So Storm gives you a target that you can try and get the jump on with the Jewel. He's got the Sanjin Kaya, but
they lose vision, but the taunt's there. Do they have enough follow-up afterwards? Good pullback onto Raven right at the start, and that's the BKB. Got to run away. DJ swaps him out. Press the attack used as well. And all that spent for no kill, and Duel now on cooldown.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to just buy time for the time to get close enough for the Silver Edge break. So if you break him there and then like Avatos combo, maybe with a Coddle, like there's enough damage, but this is so tanky. Tide is just not a good target to be going on.
And it was a 5-person smoke up afterwards too. They're trying to go in and like break this sort of slow siege that we're seeing from Boom, where they're controlling more and more areas that Fnatic are allowed to play in. I'm not sure what really opens this up. Maybe like eventually you can get Triads or something if they pass the Philosopher's Stone over, and you can like play around that type of vision or something. But I don't know. Right now, Boom's control of this game just feels complete.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think it's because they have such better jump and vision. I think the key thing is going to be next Roshan. Like, if Boom get another Aegis on the Storm, the game gets really hard to play because he can just jump the backlines unafraid. Like, if he, you know, maybe he can die once, but he's not dying twice.
In a rune. Looking for one. The Ravage gets out as the Duel came out, and now E-Blade combo through, dead. Do they have anything else? Raven getting beat down by Jackie, but the Overgrowth is there. He pops in rage, tries to run, but the Tiny is dead, and now looking for more. They're also going to find the Legion. Take the Tide, but it comes at a price.
Yeah. Yopaj almost like baiting them in there. Such a cool place for him. He zips in, and then he's not even trying to grab the rune. He's just trying to bait like a blink initiation. He's like zip in, zip out. And it's the Tide who's actually blinking in to secure the rune because he doesn't mind being gone. It's a similar story to last time. This time he does end up dying because he's like such a focus of attention, but you set your Storm up to have the dream team fight, not to mention the Ursa. These cores go, there's no spells left. They go basically ignored because everything gets thrown to kill the Tide. And Fnatic just, you know, not quite there in terms of some. If they have an Accept on the Venge, maybe that fight looks a little different. But it does feel really tricky for them. The Tiny just getting eaten alive by the Ursa, and I think that's the big thing Boom have going for them. The more this game drags on, is that Ursa is a pretty good carry matchup versus Tiny.
And you can't afford to just let that Tiny get jumped on by him. And particularly like with this Mask of Madness now, Silver Edge, maybe once the AC comes out, that gives you a little bit more leeway. And obviously, as you mentioned, the Venjax can swap a second time to just create that space. But it's not going to be a simple task. And now this net worth lead expanding, and Boom, having taken the tier 2 tower, it feels like that area that Fnatic get to play in keeps on getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah, they regain their triangle and stuff, but they're forced to kind of stick as 5, and it's like they're kind of just watching Raven farm. This is not ideal. Like, I mean, Coddle's, I guess, got all the items he wants, but like your Treant, your Legion, these heroes, they're just going to fall further behind. This gold deficit's going to get more and more Boom favored if Fnatic just have to keep playing as 5, unless they make a play, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're smoked up, as are Boom. The team's so close to each other.
Yopaj just TP's out. Oh, man. And so that was about the rune again, and it ended up spawning bottom DD. FBZ spots that Roche comes back up. Very quick respawn.
Fnatic scout this out. They've got the Venjax coming out. That's a pretty big one as far as these next couple of team fights go. Definitely something Fnatic are going to feel a bit more confident about taking any fight with. The other one will be the Treant's Blink Dagger. If he can like sit back so he doesn't get caught and find a nice Blink overgrowth, ideally on some of these BKB targets, that could be a game changer as well. Tim's,
he misses the Boundless. Completely off the mark. FBZ pops the Ravage though and dead, but still alive. Round 2 of this one. The duel is there. Jackie, they get the stun off. All of this damage coming out from the Vendora. Raven is hitting so hard over and over again on FBZ. Now finding Yopaj. They gotta run.
He's got another swap.
Way too much damage.
Swap
round 2. Oh, right in time. Unreal. The jungle, it has betrayed you.
Why are they stun? Usually, one unit. You're not meant to stun. It's 3 heroes you stun. That's back in my day.
But, oh my God! And Roche, it's up. Man.
The Venge Axe timing was a big one. I didn't expect it to instantly win Fnatic a fight, but that's exactly what it did there. Is DJ on the front lines, he just kind of throws away his life. Like, I don't think that was necessarily how Fnatic planned it, but honestly, DJ is the target you want to have being gone off because he has that second life. He's still got to provide the aura. They're going for Roshan here. Can Boom make a play? They're still pretty dead. Storm, he's thinking about zipping. He's got an item slot. Can
Looking
he get
for it. Big jump through, but it's not going to be there in time. Raven, too quick on the fingers. Gets the shard as well. And now low on mana. Ooh, can they get out? Yeah, they will be able to.
Smart from Yopaj. He's trying to grab the Aegis on the way through. He's not zipping into the Roshan pit. So many, like, just players trying to steal Roshan. I mean, Storm, specifically on Storm, you zip in, try to grab it. He zips over knowing that one stun, like an avalanche on the ground, he's dead. So, smart play from him.
Yeah, and unfortunate the timing was just not there, but this suddenly reopens the game completely, and it's only 1,000 separating the two. Fnatic looking to take this top tier 2 tower. Do they want to force it, though? It looks like it. They're in on it. I mean, they got Aegis on Tiny. Why not?
Absolutely. This hero will just eat buildings alive, so they can kind of put the Tiny on the front lines with the Venge as well. Like, it's nice to have this, like, second frontline hero. Your Treant can just play super far back with the Blink, and it's really hard. Like, they're using the Venge to scout the trees, make Tim's life a bit more difficult. He can't just, use that vision advantage, and Raven is just going to get to work.
And he's got a free DD there with the Vendora. Abyssal Blade out, swaps in Jackie. Now they're all there. The duel comes out afterwards. How much damage do they have left in the tank? Can they kill them all up? The BKB still working. 15 seconds until Roche. Raven backs away. DJ about to die. Still going down low, and eventually he's gone. Now swaps out, pulls him in. Able to find Yopaj. He's dead. 2 gone. And I think they can stick around. This might be more.
There's luckily for Boom, tier 2 tower still up, but maybe they go for tier 4. There's no buyback on either of these heroes, and that's something Fnatic may be aware of just because of the fact they bought out. Like, they only just got Abyssal. They just got this Aghanim Scepter.
Oh my God.
I think they know these heroes may not have buyback. They don't know for sure, but they're going for a miracle.
Raven, he gets the AC, and they're beating away at it. I don't know how you hold this at this point. I think it might just be over.
Yeah, at this point, they know there's no buyback. They're like, they're not buying back. We've got this. We're going to the throne.
Oh, they cut the tree. In on it now. Ravage everything they could possibly do to try and stop the pain, but it is not going to happen. They focus the throne. GG is called, and Fnatic sneak one away from Boom. What a game 1.
Really cool. Yeah. Just such great patience. They were on the back foot for so much of this game. I love the big smiles. Raven's a happy man. He's just like, yeah, I got to hit some buildings. They took down the top dogs in SCA, and Fnatic are trying to say, like, they're trying to remind people, like, we are the top dogs, maybe. We're 5-0. This is the big series, and what a comeback to win this game.
I mean, so there's the thing, right? I remember that series that Boom played against T1 just recently, and there are some questions being asked, like, okay, they won, they did it 2-1, but there were a few moments in there where it felt close, and Fnatic, they smelled blood in the water, and they took a bite. They took them out. A huge win, and showing that, Southeast Asia, it's not just Boom you got to watch out for. This Fnatic team is pretty good.
Oh, and the way they won, it wasn't like they had some outdrafts, some cheese picks. They just made clutch plays. I think that's where Fnatic, like, they have those big smiles and they feel good because, their draft is going to be on the back. You're playing against this Storm who's got this, like, really nice start and has BKB and an Aegis. Like, what do? You have to avoid him. They just managed to just bide their time, get this Venge Ags, and then instantly make these really clutch plays that win them team fights. So just great stuff coming out from Fnatic.
Well, game 1 in the books, and I think we got a good one on our hands, ladies and gents, and all you fine folks out there. Game 2 right around the corner, but first we're going to head on back to the panel, hear their thoughts after this quick break.